What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark and this is 360 Finance. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the week after the CFA Level 2. As you know, if you have been following this channel, I just wrote it May 29th, 2021, and I've finished my exam now. I just want to talk a little bit about my overall experience, how it went, the computer-based testing environment, the actual difference between Level 1 and Level 2, how much I prepped, and so forth, and hopefully I can provide you guys as much value as possible if you're going through the CFA program right now. Before we get started, I'd just like to let you guys know that over 90 to 95% of you guys that watch this content actually are subscribed to the channel. If you guys do enjoy this, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, so CFA Level 2, I know I haven't put out a video in like over a month, and that's basically because I've been just prepping so hard for this exam, and it's finally off my plate, so I can finally enjoy my summer and not have to do any more practice tests or vignettes or multiple choice questions. Thank God. Alright, so anyways, I thought the test went pretty well. There was like a few sections, or actually one section in particular where I know that I struggled on, and that was derivatives, and I didn't get a ton of vignettes on derivatives, but I don't think I can talk too much about the specifics. But anyways, I thought everything else went pretty smoothly, and it was pretty consistent with what had been outlined in terms of the weightings in the overall exam. If you go to the actual CFA website and they give you, the weightings and all that. The biggest difference I found between Level 1 and Level 2, obviously the vignettes, right? Like that's number one. But when I wrote Level 1, I had to drive to Montreal to do it, and there was over 500 people in the same room writing it as me. For Level 2, there were 6 people in the room, so you can just see the massive drop-off when it comes to Level 1 or Level 2 and just how that works. Like, Level 1 pretty much gets rid of the weak, right? Like, if you get to Level 2, you're obviously probably serious about getting this designation. I've said this a few times in past videos, but I just thought that was insane. Like, to go from like 500 candidates in the room to 6. So the funnel it definitely gets smaller and smaller as you climb the ranks in anything, but I just thought that was absolutely crazy. So anyways, I wrote the test on a computer, and this is new this year, right? Obviously the computer-based testing, and I thought it went pretty well. Like not having to worry about a stupid Scantron was nice, and like going back and like erasing your answers if you want to switch anything. So that was awesome. Software was great. You just like flag items you want to go back to and stuff. They did give me a pen and a piece of paper, obviously, to write down formulas and do calculations and things like that. But it was nice to just not have to worry about a Scantron, so I'm definitely pro computer-based testing environment. And yeah, I mean, like the first level, I mean, it's by the time you get to the second portion or the afternoon session, you can definitely feel yourself, getting maybe a little bit distracted in your mind, or mentally fatigued for sure, just because of how much you have to read and all you have to remember for this 4-hour period. But I thought it went well, and it was very consistent with what was outlined in the weightings, but it was obviously a very big step up from Level 1, like how everybody talks about like Level 2 is the hardest of all 3. Definitely a step up from Level 1. I mean, it's nice that you still get to choose multiple choice, and in Level 3 there's an essay portion. But just having to sift through all that information on the vignettes, that's what's tough. There's information in there it's meant to distract you. It's very clear, and if I just give you an example, if they're looking for, like Formula X, and, they'll give you all the components for like Formula Y, Z, A, B, C, plus Formula X. So you just have to sift through a lot of exhibits, you have to sift through a lot of paragraphs. The biggest advice that I can give to anybody writing Level 2 is the answers come sequentially. You should probably obviously know that if you're writing the exam, but it was a lot harder for sure than Level 1, but I made it past Level 1, so I knew that this level was going to be harder. If you watch any other CFA videos, everybody will tell you that Level 2 is the hardest, and I definitely felt that. I'm not 100% sure that I passed or confident that I passed, but I'll find out probably in like a month or so and make maybe another video at that point in time. But I'll talk a little bit now about how much I actually prepped for this exam. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, definitely go check them out. But for this exam, I actually studied for 355 hours total. Okay, and I started back in like October 2020. I was kind of just like slowly getting into it, like watching the videos, answering some questions, and then in the last like month or two, that's when I really started ramping it up. And I actually took 2 weeks off before this exam in order to write it. And I think that helped me out big time, you know, being able to put in those 10, 12-hour days where you're just doing questions or just theory all day long. I mean, I don't even think I would have had a hope in hell if I didn't get to take those 2 weeks off. So those last 2 weeks were pretty crucial for me. And I'll stress also for level 2 as well, everybody talks about like how you have to do the application more so in level 2, and that cannot be more accurate. It's not about like plugging and playing with numbers anymore, you know, like they're not going to just like give you the components and you have to just remember the formula. Like you have to understand like what that formula is and like what you are calculating and why you're calculating it, and then interpreting the output and then comparing it to something else and then comparing that to something else. And it's just extremely quantitative, right? Like you have to really have a base understanding of the theory. Like level 2 is not something where you can just straight up do questions and pass. Like you have to actually have, in my opinion, like a theoretical understanding of the concepts involved. And I've said that in my past videos as well, but I just want to like reiterate that here because that is important. It's 100% about the application. And if you can't apply this stuff in real life, I mean, like, why are you actually doing the exam anyways? But yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about that. I thought the experience was good. I just thought it was astonishing how there was like only 6 people in the room, and I got to stay and do it in Ottawa this time, so cheers to that. But maybe that's why there was less people, because I wrote it in Ottawa instead of like Montreal or like you know, Toronto or something like that. But I don't know, that was big, just to go from like 500 people at level 1 writing the exam to like down to like 6 people. That was nuts to me. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much like all I have for this video. Like if you guys have questions about level 2, definitely let me know down in the comments. Did you read level 2? How did you feel it went? And you know, what was your experience like? Do you think you passed? Do you think you failed? Hopefully I passed, fingers crossed, but with the amount of time I put in, I mean, I really hope I passed, but it's kind of dependent on, you know, how everybody else did. What was the distribution of, you know, the difficulty of the questions that they answered and things like that. As you know, there's like a minimum passing score for the CFA, and they only let a certain percentage through. So if I'm in, you know, the I don't know, what, like 70th percentile or higher or something like that, I might get through. But nobody actually knows. The CFA Institute never actually reveals, you know, the minimum passing score. But you know, I felt like I definitely outworked some other people that you know, went to take this exam. So you know, hopefully it works out in my favor. But we'll see. I'll make another video when my results come out. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. And you know, if you're writing level 2 in the future or at any point in time in the future, you know, good luck. All the best to you. But that's pretty much all I have for today's video. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!